Have you ever heard the word escrow and thought, wait, what? What is that again? Well, if that's you, do not worry because you are in the right place at the right time. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you know, you know. But just like most buyers and some home sellers, when they hear the word escrow during the home buying process, they don't fully understand it. And again, that's okay too, because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what escrow is, why it exists, and how it impacts you as a homeowner. Hello, real estate relatives. I am your homegirl, Daphne Brown, with Beyond the Home Realty. And here on this channel, I help home buyers and sellers understand real estate in the most basic and simplest of terms so that they can then take that information, that knowledge, and apply it to ways in which they can grow their family's generational wealth through real estate. And in this series, we're starting a series all about escrow, right? So we hope in this series to help you understand the full process of escrow before closing and after. You're going to want to make sure that you are subscribed to this series because we're going to drop, and drop. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Right now, we've planned it out till about 6 or 7 videos, but don't even worry about that part. Just know it's going to be good, and we're going to dive into the series right now.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine.
Before we start the video, we want to make sure we answer the question, what is escrow? So at its most simplest form, escrow is a neutral account where money is held until certain conditions are met. Think of it as a lockbox that makes sure everyone does what they promised they would do before money exchanges hands. There are 2 phases where escrow shows up. That's during the transaction, where the buyer submits their earnest money to the title company and it's held in escrow until closing. Here's an example of the escrow process during the real estate transaction. Say a buyer has found a home, they've negotiated everything, the contract is fully executed. So within 3 days of the date on an executed contract, your earnest money must be delivered to title company and your option fee must be delivered to the title company. Whatever that amount is, because it's all negotiable, you would have to have that within 3 days to the title company, either by taking an actual check or wiring the funds. So let's just say that the sales price on this home was $240. So typically the earnest money is going to be 1% of the sales price. So we know that that's going to be $2,400. All right. Let's say the option fee was another $200. So the total monies that must be delivered to title within 3 days is $2,600. So we're going to write a check. If you still believe in checks, I do. Some of my buyers have to get temporary checks, or the other option is to make it more convenient for the buyer. You can have this money wired to title. So a buyer or a buyer's agent would just call title and say, hey, I have a contract with you guys. I need to wire my earnest money and option fee to you. What are your wiring instructions? And so they will let you know. But if you're writing a check or sending a wire, you can do one payment. So we're going to do one payment for both the option fee and the earnest money. We're going to make it payable to the title company. So StarTex Title Agency. And this information can be found within your contract. So we'll write out 2,000. We're going to write this out. And here in the memo section, we can go ahead and specify that $2,400 is for earnest money and $200 is for option, period. Okay. You'll sign it and then you'll put the date. Again, this has to be delivered. These monies for your earnest and your option fee must be delivered within 3 days of the executed date on the contract. And then there's after the buyer owns the home. where the lender will set up an escrow account to collect property taxes and insurance monthly as part of the monthly payment. So think about it like this. Imagine escrow like going out to eat with friends. Everyone puts their cash into an envelope and waits for the waiter to give them the final bill. The waiter holds that money until the final bill comes. Nobody touches it until that bill is calculated. Well, that's escrow, and make sure that all sides are treated fairly and that they do what they're supposed to do. Let's say your monthly payment is $2,400. Okay, so that's $2,400. Now, of this $2,400 payment that we're going to make every month, let's say $1,400 of it goes towards the principal and interest, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $1,400 goes towards principal and interest. Boom. This is what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $1,000. So of this $1,000, let's say 700, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goes towards the taxes and 300 goes towards insurance. This is your escrow account, and we're depositing this money every month when we make our mortgage payment. The lender is keeping this amount for them, and they're putting this money in an account so that when that tax bill and that insurance bill come due, they have every month, they're putting this amount in here from our payment so they can pay it out of this.
Breaking the numbers down even further, using this scenario, your escrow balance after 1 full year would be $12,000. Now, from that $12,000, $8,400 would be sent to the county to pay your property taxes. What's left would be $3,600, and that would be sent to your insurance company that provides your homeowner's insurance. Now, whenever your property taxes exceed $8,400, or whenever your insurance bill exceeds $3,600, that would create a deficit in your escrow account. So sometimes when we hear, oh, you have a shortage in your escrow account, this is exactly why. On the flip side of that, if your property taxes were lowered, let's say they came in one year at $8,000, but your homeowner's insurance premium is still at $3,600, you would have a $400 surplus in your escrow account. So that's when the lender would send you a refund check. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why it is extremely important to shop your insurance rates. That's 1. And 2, to make sure you protest your property taxes every single year. And this is why you as a home buyer will work hard and do what you need to do to keep your property taxes relatively the same year to year. And this is why you will shop your insurance rate for different homeowner insurance policies, because if you can keep your home insurance premium pretty much the same and your taxes pretty much the same, then your payment will remain pretty much the same. Because once your property tax bill increases and once your insurance premium increases, your monthly payment is going to increase.
Now let's talk about why it exists. Escrow protects the buyer because it ensures that the seller delivers a clear title, and it protects the seller because it ensures the buyer's money is legit. It also protects the lender because it ensures that the taxes and the insurance are paid so that the lender is not at risk. So let's talk about a real world example. Let's say the property taxes go unpaid, therefore the county puts a lien on the house, which could even take priority over the mortgage lender. That's why lenders require escrow. It keeps them and you protected. So let's talk about the common misunderstandings. Escrow is not a fee. It's your money being held for the future property tax bill and the future insurance bill. Escrow does not disappear. It's applied directly to your taxes and your insurance. So you're not losing that money. It's just being held in an account until those bills are due. It's not optional on most loans unless you put down 20% or more. We'll talk about that in a later video. Escrow is money held in a neutral account. It's used both during the transaction and during home ownership. It protects everyone, the buyer, the seller, and the lender. Clear? Crystal. All right, I hope it was crystal. So now that you know what escrow is and why it exists, in the next video in this series, we're going to go step by step through the escrow process from the moment you sign the contract, yeah, I'm getting the house, all the way through closing, and then what happens after. That's where things get really interesting. So don't forget to hit that subscribe and that notification bell. And whatever you do, do not forget that I am your homegirl, Daphne Brown, with Beyond the Home Realty, and I'm always ready and willing to enable you to find your way home. Till next time, bye-bye.
Here's the schedule for the future videos in this escrow series. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to check out our other videos right here on this channel. We've got tours, tips, and community highlights to help you find the perfect place to call home.
Just pulled up to the house.